these songs and these things you see on the political platform. Sometimes I was telling some people, I find it very difficult to even go to a public platform and tell people because you see, people have been saying these things.
Jesus.
Because that's where they all start, And then they leave you alongside that part, of nice,
Dr. King of Freedom Matiang'i has intensified his campaigns by holding some of the meetings in the United States of America. Now, most of the times that we've been having presidential candidates in the country, most of them start campaigns locally, boil the temperatures, then go to the United States of America, UK, and many other parts of the world in form of just a trip. But mostly it is in the US. Now, Matiang'i just appeared here in Kenya and then went back to the United States of America. Now he has started campaigns from there. On this particular video, I want to take you through on why Matiang'i has basically started to intensify his campaigns in the US. But before I do so, please, this is the first time you're watching my videos, kindly take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment. Ladies and gentlemen, my number is always here. Engage me, talk to me, text me, call me. For those who want to support the channel, your support is highly welcome. The number, that is the one. Now, let me give you 2 seconds subscribe before I proceed. Thank you so much for subscribing. May God bless you. Let me dive in. Why did Matiang'i decide to go to the United States of America and conduct his journey? Number one, first of all, he lives there. Now that he's there, working in the World Bank, it was easy for him to stand up, organize, get some few people, organize some meeting and talk to these people. And in fact, most of them went to this meeting in large numbers. Large numbers. He spoke to them. And I'm sure he did not use huge amounts of money other than just booking the hall and popularizing the idea that he's going to hold a meeting. Basically, that's what he did. So, after leaving the United States of America for about 2.5 years, Matiang'i has decided to hold the meetings and now because use his connections at the grassroots and have people on board and talk to them. So his living has enabled him to basically do this easily. Secondly, Matiang'i has not ignored the GDP contribution of the people in the diaspora. Those people in the diaspora contribute huge amounts of money to the Kenyan economy. Why? They send a lot of money here back in the country, either to invest or either to support. Their people are here. So therefore, when they send money, there's a huge money they bring back to the country that is circulating. Billions of money in a year. So therefore, having these people involving these people in such kind of campaigns, it's important. So Matiang'i informed from information that these people play a huge role in our economy. It was ideal for him to face them and talk to them and tell them what they have in mind. What he has in mind. Sorry. Also, we can also not forget that despite living in the United States of America, they vote, first of all. They vote, first of all. They are Kenyans, they are eligible. If they are eligible to vote, they are allowed to vote. Second, these people, they have their kins here in the country. They have their relatives here. So they have a huge influence when it comes to advising. If those people decide to do campaign for Matiang'i, even if it's from abroad, even if they come back to the country, they can do a huge one. So therefore, Matiang'i having them on board, it's also basically because of their influence that they have locally. And no, these people have money. They can as well support Dr. King of Freedom Matiang'i. They can contribute for him. Tell him, guys, take this 1 billion and do the campaigns in the country. And that is huge. That's huge, oh God. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the people I feel strongly that can support Dr. King of Freedom Matiang'i at the start. And that's why I also feel Matiang'i felt like the diaspora support is important. Now, what does this campaign in the United States of America by Dr. King of Freedom Matiang'i indicate to us as Kenyans who are here back in Kenya? Number one, he's serious. Serious on the basis that he has now started his campaigns with the people from abroad. He is serious that he wants to do it. He wants to take advantage of the times that is there to make sure that he has done something as far as his presidential bid is concerned. So the seriousness that Matiang'i has indicated, it's good. Secondly, when Matiang'i was speaking to the people, I could feel that he's serious and he knows what he's doing. Some people feel like he doesn't know politics. But these people are quiet most of the time. When they speak, people get interested. Like Guru Kenyatta, if he comes out that today he wants to hold a press conference, the entire nation will be like, what does Guru want to say? What does he have in mind? When people are quiet, they speak loudly. So Matiang'i is simply doing what people do not expect. The fact is that whenever he speaks, it's interesting to listen to because he's not common like William Ruto. Comes here and says that, goes there and says this here and there. And of course, I also feel that Gachagua will reach a point that will be quiet, just hearing some events and stuff happening around. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the other thing is showing that he's ready for the presidency. Why? He does not only want to engage the Kenyans in here, he wants also to do it abroad. I'm very sure the intelligence of the United States of America is aware that Matiang'i has started his campaigns in the US. And probably is also indicating that, excuse me guys of America, I'm also here. So we are going to Kenya. If you can come through for me, please do. So as we speak today, the fact remains that the intelligence of the US is aware that Matiang'i is going to vie for presidency. And if he's supported to come to Kenya by Trump, for instance, William Ruto will be shaken seriously. Ladies and gentlemen, Matiang'i knows very well that he does not want to leave any stone untouched. So the fact remains, in the US, the campaigns that he's doing there is simply indicating the rest of the country that I don't want to leave any Kenyan around. I have to talk to every Kenyan before I move from one place to another. So we expect to see him in other parts like the UK, maybe in Germany. But the fact is, as we speak today, the meeting in the US was simply to ensure that it does not leave the diaspora people behind. Actually, when I saw this meeting, I saw Anthony Kibagende present in the US. And I was like, what is Anthony Kibagende doing there? Probably was informed by Matiang'i that we'll be having talks. Please come over to the United States so that you can help me arrange for this. Also, we have to state that this is unique. Matiang'i has indicated uniqueness in that while other presidents are waiting for time to come, that is the campaigns of 2027, after campaigning in Kenya, then they go to the diaspora. Matiang'i has started from the diaspora, probably later on again go back. Now, William Ruto is planning to go there and tell them about the houses. But Kenyans are not stupid. We know all that. So the fact is that Matiang'i is already setting the pace that people are lying. People are deceiving people outside here. So be careful about that. So let me say that the uniqueness that Matiang'i is indicating, it's also important. Starting campaigns with the people of diaspora. There's a feeling that is giving people of diaspora that we also matter. You can start from here. We are also able to put some statement outside there that if it's Matiang'i and if you have said it, that's the case. Ladies and gentlemen, I can also talk about one simple thing. That Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i is simply mixing up the other people. The people in government, led up by President William Ruto, they have a different idea about Matiang'i. They are thinking about him separately, like differently. So they did not expect him to have such kind of meetings and of course, talk to the people of the US. But I have to admit it here that his plan is completely unique in that he's doing his things according to how he had planned it. So the implementation is so good to an extent that I feel confident about what Matiang'i is doing. The fact being that when he came to Kenya, I was keenly observing how he was doing. He went to Kisium coming, he met the Maasai people, went to Waminyoro, he left the country. Simple and clear. Actually, he also met Charity Ngilu and of course Wamishomba. Those are the only public things that we're able to see. Now he went to the US, he's having meetings there. And I'm sure it's not the first one. He'll move from one state to another, try to engage the people of that region. But I want to say that Matiang'i cannot be a politician, but he is a technocrat whom we expect to speak leadership, and of which he's doing. I don't know what is your take as far as Matiang'i's engagement in the US or diaspora politics is concerned, but let me see in the comment section what you have in mind about Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i. Thank you so much for those who've been supporting me. I am now at 7,000 plus. Ladies and gentlemen, I will really feel grateful if you guys support me to 8,000. That is the best way you can make this channel grow. See you next time for more videos. My name is Abel Mukwa.